I've tried out 4 of the 6 classes inside of Diablo Immortal via the technical alpha and at BlizzCon. So today I'm bringing you guys a tier list of my favorites, and we're going to be actually doing all 6. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and we're starting off today's tier list with the Demon Hunter. This was my first class that I played when I downloaded the technical alpha and had my initial access. By the way, this is one of my favorite parts of the game right here. I love this. I love the enemy being underneath the glass. It's just such a great scene here inside of the game. But I want to let you guys know that today's tier list is based on my experience and my preferences, and it's kind of weird what you're gonna see after I give all the scores, because, well, we'll discuss that at the end. But let's start here with the Demon Hunter. Obviously, this is a class that you're going to enjoy the most if you like both mobility and attacking at range. The Demon Hunter is a well put together class, a favorite over years of time, and if we're looking at the graphics, how it looks, it's I mean, beautiful, as are all of them inside of the game, but the skills are really unique and really do lend itself well to being able to be a mobile character, to get in and out very quickly. And in all honesty, all of the different heroes inside of the game have some way to move from here to there in a fast fashion, but with the Demon Hunter, it seems to just be done with class attacking at the same time while moving. The attack is strong, but you are a little bit squishy. If you're really close to your enemies, you're definitely going to want to be at range, having your tanks play in front of you, and if you don't have any other players with you, just keeping your distance, making sure that you don't get right on top of the enemies, especially those big bosses. But the Demon Hunter, a really solid class, one of the ones that you're probably going to want to play if you're playing at range. I got to go ahead and give the Demon Hunter an A, which is the first out of today's list. And reminding you guys, the tier list goes from S, which is the best, all the way down to F, which would be the worst. So starting out with the A for the Demon Hunter. The second hero on today's list is the second one that I played in the technical alpha, and that is the Monk. The Monk was actually my second favorite class inside of Diablo Immortal. It's a tanky character, but it's one that really does have insane mobility, probably the best mobility inside of the game. For a long time while playing, the Monk was my favorite class. I really did like it because you were able to get up inside of the action and really beat things down, but then you could bounce yourself off walls, use spells as well, and just really be a well-rounded character, a well-rounded hero, and you could kind of lead the way for you and your team. With that being said, this is not as tanky of a character as a Crusader could possibly be, or as we know from the Barbarian, which we're going to be getting to soon later on inside of this video. But the Monk was a very solid class. You could customize via the gear, via the gems, and via the skills that you put together to use, and that's kind of standard with all of the classes here today, that you could really customize how they play based on those 3 elements, based on the gear, the gems, and based on those skills that you choose. I'm gonna go ahead and give the Monk an A as well inside of Diablo Immortal. The class is very well built, very great looking, and just perfect for people that want to have tankiness combined with movement. Now let's transition over to the Barbarian, which was the third class that I played inside of Technical Alpha and my favorite. It was not the class that I expected to be my favorite, but at the end of the day, Barbarian really was, with tons of skills that you can utilize to really change up how the Barbarian works. You can get your Guardian or 2 different Guardians to hop on into the battlefield with you, as you're seeing happening right now. I just personally fell in love, and look at that, we have a legendary piece of gear dropping right in front of us right there. I personally loved how the Barbarian played. I love the customization, and if you're looking for a tanky character, a tanky hero that's really going to lead the way for your team, there's no better option than the Barbarian class. Like I said, this was my favorite. I think that it was the best looking class as well as the best playing class. Now, mind you, I am coming from a perspective where I love tanky, I love melee, and I love where you can just get on top of your opponent and beat them down. Because of this, I'm going to be giving the Barbarian in Diablo Immortal the first S of the day, which is the top tier. This means that I feel that the Barbarian was the best class in the technical alpha for Diablo Immortal. Now, mind you, we did not get to play the Necromancer or the Crusader, so we're gonna do a little something different when we rate those ones. But man, I'm telling you, if I had to go in today and choose one class to play and I had no option but to play one, it would have to be the Barbarian. With those three classes down, that leaves us from the technical alpha with the Wizard, which we need to keep in mind was the most played, was the most popular class inside of the Diablo Immortal technical alpha. Now, yes, we were a small sample group, but that was the most popular of all. As my Wizard takes a little bit of beating right there. I must have been AFK for a moment. But let's talk about how the Wizard looks. The Wizard looked incredible. Not only that, the Wizard did a beautiful job of pairing skills where you could use this skill, back it up with this skill, and those skills would interact really well together. I think that the Wizard class did the best job of combining skills, making you really be able to customize the attacks that you're doing against the enemy hordes in front of you. Also, worth noting, the Wizard, well, is a wizard. They are not tanky at all. You better keep them far away from any incoming baddies because they're gonna get beaten up pretty quickly if you get too close to the competition. So for me personally, hey guys, I just got this box from Space Station Gaming. I'm gonna open it up at the end of the video, so stick around. I'm not someone that likes to keep my distance. I like to get in and on top of the opponents, but that's not what the Wizard is about. And I'm not judging this based on what my favorite classes were or what I think was, you know, the best for me. I'm looking in general, looking at how they played, how the skills interacted, how gear worked on top of the Wizards now, and all the other classes as well. So with that being said, although the Wizard was the least favorite of mine that I played during the technical alpha, I have to go ahead and give the Wizard an A tier as well. The only reason that I'm not giving the Wizard an S tier is because I did feel that the Wizard was just a tad bit weaker and a little bit of a disadvantage from the other classes. Now remember, that was in technical alpha. So during the game when it actually launches, when we have it in our hands, these changes very well could be fixed and things could look a lot better for that Wizard. You know, balance changes happen all the time inside of these games. We were so close to giving it an S tier, but I did feel that the Wizard class was the one at a disadvantage when it came to overall strength. So now we're here talking about the two classes which were not played, the two classes which no one has seen much on. So this portion of the tier list is going to be kind of, we're gonna just kind of guess, okay? Don't hold me to these ratings because as I mentioned, I did not have experience hands-on with them. But we're gonna start with the Necromancer, one of the most popular classes of all time inside of Diablo. Everyone loves Necro, everyone wants to play Necro. It's kind of, you know, the class to be. You're going to be summoning the dead to fight alongside with you, and now with no pets inside of Diablo Immortal, we won't have any little pets helping us or carrying our gold, but the Necromancer will be a class that's going to have, you know, demons and the dead helping you battle. If this all goes as I want it to go inside of my head, we will be looking at an S tier hero in the Necromancer because, well, it's just gonna have something that no other character has, being able to respawn. The Demon Hunter and the Wizard are ranged, the Barbarian and the Monk are up there in melee, but the Necro brings something completely different, and that's the reason I'm going to be giving it an S tier. Mind you, I'm saying it again so I don't get hate down below. This is just a guess because we haven't actually played it and really no one has. And lastly, let's talk about the Crusader. Now, this is a class that I could see myself really liking. It seems that the Crusader class is one that you could really customize big time based on how you build out the class. Do you want to be a spell wielding hero? Do you want to be a hero that's really up in melee like a Barbarian? That's going to be up to how you build it, assuming that the skills are kind of laid out the way that we're thinking in our heads from our previous knowledge of Diablo games. Look at me with this Wizard right now, right on top of the enemy. I should definitely be at a bigger range. But the Crusader is one that I'm really excited about because I'm such a big Barbarian player. With the customization abilities and just how it could be played out, I'd have to go ahead and give it another high rating, which is actually going to be a rating of an A based on what's going on in my mind. The reason that it's not going to be getting a complete top tier and S tier is because I don't see the Crusader being as powerful as the Barbarian. And like I said, I could be completely wrong, but I do feel that Blizzard is going with the Barbarian being that tank class, that main tanky class, while the Crusader, although could be built that way, may not be as much as an in-your-face class. Now, if you disagree, let me know down below, because I could be totally wrong on this one, but we are going to go and give it an A tier at the end of the day, which brings me to this, that basically everything was an A or an S tier, and there's a reason for that. There are no bad classes in Diablo Immortal. There are no bad characters. There's no bad, I mean, I guess some skills are better than others, right? But there's no bad way to play Diablo Immortal. The classes are all balanced. They all look great. They all give you a ton of options for gear, gems, and for skills. And you really just have to decide what's your play style. How do you want to play Diablo Immortal? Is it going to be playing as a melee character? Is it going to be a ranged character? Is it going to be a summoner spell wielder? What's it going to be? That's going to determine what your favorites are. So you could leave this video saying, okay, let's start worrying about when the game is coming out again, because we now know that every class is going to be incredible. And if anything goes the way that it's gone so far, we can feel really good that the Necromancer and Crusader are going to be on point as well. Now, you guys made it until the end of the video. I promised you I would open this space station box with you guys, so let's go ahead and do it right now. So for those of you that don't know, I do work with Space Station Gaming. I'm their community manager for their mobile gaming division for Clash of Clans over on the main channel, and they send me great stuff all the time. Not to mention we have our own great gear. Space Station sends us some great stuff as well. So let's open this up and check it out, see what we got inside. Oh, baby. We've got Mission 2. There's gonna be some swag inside of here. I love how Space Station does these boxes as well. Custom. Let's check it out. All right, what's inside here, guys? Looks like we've got ourselves, and these bags are like the best. A nice, I gotta open it up for you. Look at this. A nice Space Station. This is a long sleeve tee, but it feels like a sweatshirt. It's so heavy. Mission 2, let's go. You know you gotta have the beanie. We got the black one. Now we got the beige/yellow one as well for the days when it's a little more sunny. Well, this is insane. Look at this hoodie, guys. What a beautiful, the material. What is this even made out of? This is crazy. Let me see. Well, I don't know what it's made out of, but it feels insane, like all like rubbery feeling. I love this one for sure. What a nice hoodie. We'll be rocking that in some videos soon. Oh my God. Check out this bomber jacket. Let's go. You know, this is sick stuff. Look at that nice line across the back, SSG branded. Let me throw this thing on. Family, we are fresh to death in the SSG gear. Much love to Space Station Gaming. Thank you guys so much for the swag. I love it. It's like Christmas every single time. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me open it up. Have a great day, guys, and be good.